Welcome to Aaron Plays. This will be episode 35 of my Fire in the Lake playthrough. Myself playing as the US and the other three factions being played by the Tru'ng expansion bots. We have a coup. We have a coup. Well, it's a failed coup, but it's still a coup. Yeah, it's going to be the third, well, actually the fourth coup card in the coup box. So it's going to make Tet and Vietnamization and easier as we progress. We are now 31 cards remaining. So we're into the last, well, 2/5 of the game. At the present moment, the NVA stand at 14 out of required 19, so they're 5 points away. The VC are on 26, so they're required 36, so they're 10 points away. The Arvin, 38, are required 51, so a bit more. And I'm at 39, the required 51. So I'm 12 away and the Arvin's 13 away. So at the present moment, the game is heading towards an NVA victory. So on with the coup. I will now mini-me out of the way. And it's a failed coup attempt. Right, so first off, we go through what's actually on this card. So Arvin removes 1 in 3 of its cubes per space, round down. Okay, so going through, there's no in here. There's 3, there's 6. Okay, so they'll remove 1 troop and 1 police. Okay. They always do things proportion. Troops are always, actually police are first, then a troop. Good point. Here though, in Unlock, they got more troops, so they lose a troop. Right, they've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so they will lose 3 pieces here. So police, a troop, and a police. Yes, this cube's not just military. And here they've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's get another 3 removed. There's a troop, police, and another troop. Okay, so that's the failed coup attempt. And this will be placed at the bottom of the coup deck. Might as well do that now. Oh, I see. Okay. Right. Sorted out the mess in the Arvin leader box. That's the first part of the coup done. So we now bring the marker down. Victory. Well, no one's at victory yet. So we've gone through that. Resources. Okay. So as we know, the NBA and the VC do not track resources. Put that at the top there. So we will check for sabotage. It says place sabotage markers where possible. Highest econ first. So where are sabotages placed? So line of communications with more insurgent and coin for pieces or adjacent to non-coin controlled cities. Okay, so on this econ, it's 1-on-1. This one here, that's sabotage. Right, this one here. Sabotage. Okay, no, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. Here, sabotaged. Protected. This one here, there are 2 and 2. Protected. And this one here, sabotage. So where's the Econ marker? Wait, where is the Econ marker? No. Okay, found the Econ marker. It's now on 10 with the 5 sabotage point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's degrade trail by 1 box if Laos or Cambodia space is coin controlled. They're not coin controlled. And add resources as follows. Arvin, total Econ, which is 15 minus Econ of sabotage lines of communication. So that's 10 plus aid, which is 12. So 10 plus 12, 22 on top of 17, 32, 39. Oh, it's not a lot, is it? Yeah, 39 resources. As I say, the NBA, we don't keep track of the, and the VC, we don't keep track of their resources. Okay. And then finally subtract 3 times the number of aid, subtract 3 times the number of casualty pieces from aid. 5 casualties from aid, that goes to big fat hairy 0. Okay, those body bags. All right. So that concludes the resources part. On to support. Okay. So in support, both the US and Arvin are NP factions. They're not. Okay, the NP, no. Either the US or Arvin is a player faction. MP US, no. We want to see what the Arvin will do. So it's over to me, first of all, for support. Okay, I can do up to US and Arvin pacify a combined total of 4 spaces with coin control, police, and their own troops. So up to 4 spaces. Well, I'm going to definitely do Kinha, because I can take that up completely. And that costs 6 Arvin resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can take it up to police and support. Reason support, so I do Hoi. Two levels. Again, another 6 resources. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's 2 spaces. Anywhere else? Well, I could do, I can't do Pilot Duck because I've got none of my troops here. Can do Bain Zaya, might as well do that. That'll be the 3rd space. It's just 3 resources because it only went up 1 level. Okay. Anywhere else? It's got to be troops and police. I think everywhere else is okay. Right. So the question is, will the Arvin do this one, this area? NP Arvin selects spaces using shift towards passive support to remove terror markers and shift spaces as much as possible. The 3 Arvin resources for each marker removed and level shifted by other coin factions. So that's the only place where they can go to passive support. So just towards support, and that's as far as they go, and that will cause another -3. I don't think there's anywhere else. No. All right, so then we go to the VC may agitate in up to 4 spaces with any VC and no coin control. So what does it say under them? NPVC, select spaces using shift towards opposition for total shifts and terror markers removed up to agitate total. Reduce agitate total -1 for each terror marker removed and level shifted. The current agitate total is 11. So where can they shift? Because they must have any VC and no coin control. Any VC and no coin control. Okay, so that's possible. That's possible. That's 2. Any VC, that's already maxed. Maxed. Coin control, maxed, maxed. Okay, so that's the 2 spaces they can agitate. So they will. Towards oppositions there. Just towards opposition there. And that will be reduce, agitate, -1 for each terror mark removed and each level shifted. It shifted 2 levels there. Agitate drops to 9. There is nowhere else they can do it. No. It seems to polarize, doesn't it? You seem to get everything going towards either total support or total opposition. Not many areas stay sort of halfway on the fence or neutral. They sort of swing both ways. Okay, so that's support phase done. Now the redeploy. Okay. So this is the one that requires a little bit of thought, so I'm going to check through. First thing is done is got to remove these guys out of, that's the Cambodia, and they go to available. Okay. So looking at Arvin troops, doesn't appear to be any Arvin troops that are in a space without either a US base or a city, US or Arvin base. So troops here can stay here, troops here can stay here, and the troops in Placo Dalek can stay there because it's a US base, and otherwise they're in cities. So they're not forced to move any troops at the present moment. So the army must move troops from lines of communication. I don't think they have any on lines of communication, but it doesn't hurt to double check. No. And provinces without US right, and may move other Arvin troops to cities without NVA control, any US Arvin bases or Saigon. Okay, so there's a whole plethora of options here. The NP non-player Arvin, move cubes outlined below and keep other cubes in their current spaces. Right. So move troops to get coin pieces to exceed enemies in Saigon and in all provinces of the coin base. So here, so can they move into an NVA control space? Okay, so if I'm reading this correctly, they cannot move troops to a space with NVA control if it's a city, but they can move to this space with NVA control as there has got a base. So they will move from the most troops, area with the most troops. So that will be here, Gang, where they've got 4, 8, and the US have got 3, 4, 5. So they want to keep more troops there than the US have. So they will, is it more or equal? Keep Arvin queues to exceed US troops in 2 pot space, this support. So they can move 2 of these troops to here. They've got to keep 6 because there's 5 US troops there. All right. Now, where else can they move from? They want to get 1 troop to Hoi and to each 2 pot province with a coin base and no support. Okay, with a coin base and no support. I think they've fulfilled that obligation because there's 1 troop in Hoi. Okay, move troops to get arming queues to accept US troops in each 2 pot province with a coin base, US troops and no support. They've done that. Yeah. With any troops still in the provinces without a coin base. I think all their troops are okay now. Yeah. Get police to exceed enemies in all provinces with coin control. Okay. And get police to exceed enemies in all provinces with coin control and no coin base. Okay. So the police are okay up here with coin control. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. With coin control, so we're okay with that restriction. Get 1 police to Hoi and each 2 pot province with coin control and no support. Most opposition first. Most of them got support, so that get police to equal guerrillas and all. Needs to be a police in here. Police to exceed. I get police to equal guerrillas on all lines of communication. And police orders taken from the place with the most police, so 1 from here, equals guerrillas on lines of communication. So we've reached there. Okay. Still 3 police here. We've got 2 inside gone. 2 down here. Okay. Put a policeman up there. All right, so that's on all lines of communication with. Right, I think that's them done. Now we have the NBA doing their redeploy. NBA may move NBA troops from any spaces to any NBA bases. Okay. Move NBA troops as outlined below and keep other NBA troops in their current spaces. Keep NBA pieces to exceed coin pieces plus VC pieces first. Then keep friendly pieces to equal or exceed enemy pieces. Move troops only once within the following guidelines, right? Move NBA troops using place troops to select destination spaces outside North Vietnam with NBA base. Okay, so we've got to see if they move any of these troops. Because the restriction is may move NBA troops from any spaces to any NBA base. Right, so find NBA troops moving. What's the restriction? Place troops. They've got to go to provinces with most guerrillas. When I'm reading this, as they've got troops in South Vietnam, which aren't at bases, they don't go back to the bases. Okay, but these troops which are in northeast Cambodia and such forth, they can move, and they move to bases. So if they're already in South Vietnam, move NBA troops from South Vietnam with no NBA control and no NBA bases first. So these areas here with these troops have got NBA control. So there's no need to move them. So where do these 3 troops move to though? Following the destination, goes to place for the most NBA bases. Well, there's 2 with 2, I think. 2 with 2. No, most pop. City of province with the fewest non-NBA pieces. Most adjacent population. Okay, that's got 2, 3. As the Paris beat's got 2, 4, 6. So they go down here. They don't need to maintain control of these. No one controls them, they can still march through them. Okay. I think that's so keep other NBA troops in their current spaces. Keep NBA pieces to exceed coin pieces, which they do where all the troops are, plus VC pieces first, which again they do. Then keep friendly pieces to equal or exceed enemy pieces, which they do. Move troops only once, all right. Move NBA troops to select destination spaces outside. Move NBA troops from South Vietnam spaces with no NBA control and no NBA bases. Now that Once no such remove enemy troops from spaces within North Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. Okay, roll 3 to get equal to the roll to each selected space. Yeah, I think they're okay with that. So that is the redeploy. Okay, over to what I need to do. So 1 in 3, round down. US troops on all bases go out of play. All these guys go out of play. All irregular casualties available. US bases, other US troops into any coin-controlled lines of communication or coin-controlled lines of communication or Saigon. May move total to 10 minus the number of casualties. I'm bringing 4 back in. I can move up to 6, plus up to 2 US bases. Well, all my bases are in, among available. Okay. So I'm going to bring 1 US troop here. And I think I'm going to bring the other 3 in. Oh, let's wait a minute. Into any coin-controlled lines of communication or Saigon. Could be coin-controlled. That wasn't coin-controlled. Any coin-controlled lines of communication or Saigon. No, we can't go into Bindin. We can go. Well, let's reinforce Hoi then. Coin control. I think we're okay. Maybe not in the Delta yet. Kathal. And 1 more in Da Nang. A bit worried about the Quang Tin contingent. That's 3. Do I want to bring any more? 5 available. Yeah, let's bring a few more. Another one there. And that's 5 are brought onto the map. Six. I think otherwise we're, yeah, okay. Let's keep 3 in the available box. All right, so that's that phase. Right, we're into the reset phase. Right. So if trial at 0 improved to 1, if 4 degrade to 3. Right, 4 degrade to 3, but don't they have a card that stops that happening? All right, well, degrade, no. MS, right, degrades, no. Cobras, no. Top Gun. No, none of those stops degrading on space. However, I have noticed, I forgot I'd done the Mandate of Heaven. 1 governed space may transfer aid to patronage without shifting support. So that was one of the way where they did a govern. So I bumped that back up to 2. So I'm going to give the Arvin 3 more resources because that would have been in effect. Okay, missed that. So yeah, the trail drops. Remove all terror and subterfuge markers. So I'm clicking reset phase. I should turn everyone over. End faction plate. Yeah. All terrors are gone. All sabotages are gone. All guerrillas are now go underground. They have. Discard momentum card. Did that already. All factions are now eligible. And then shuffle my deck. And that ends that coup. End faction play. End card play. Draw card. Right. Okay, I'm going to end this video at this point. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to hit the like and subscribe button, I would be much appreciated. If you've enjoyed what you've been watching, and obviously the little bell so you got any alarms when I put up any new videos. And as always, any comments will be much appreciated. Until next time, thank you. Bye.